brick fans, and welcome to the Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked. And today we're doing an interview with Brick Pasta. Brick Pasta is a channel here on YouTube that started in November 2017. He's made a lot of videos on Star Wars sets lately, and I really enjoyed watching those. He has also developed a very unique and distinct style of editing that I really enjoy. But without further ado, let's meet the guy. Here he is, Brick Pasta.
Hey Jacob, it's Chad from Brick Pasta. First, I want to say I'm honored that you asked me to do one of these interviews with you. The ones that I've seen so far are pretty cool. I like them a lot, and I've been a big fan of yours since pretty much the beginning. I think I started after you had 10 or 12 videos out. I found your channel, and I binged watched all of them that same night that I found your channel. You've been doing great content ever since. Some of the Lego sets that you put together are really interesting, and I really like to attend your live streams, although I can't participate in all of them because I'm at work when they're going on, but still I participate as much as I can, and you're doing something pretty awesome.
Thank you, Chad. It's really heartwarming to hear you say that. I really appreciate it. And I do appreciate that you are a steady supporter both in the live streams and on my regular videos. Thank you very much. And thank you for participating. It's going to be so great to talk to you. But let's dive into the questions. You have stated previously that you only came back to the Lego hobby very recently. So what motivated you? What inspired you to come back to the Lego hobby?
When I was younger, I was really interested in Lego, and as an adolescent, I kind of fell out of that a little bit. I got interested in other things, and what brought me back to it recently was my daughter coming of an age to where she can kind of figure things out and put things together. I remember picking up a Frozen set. I think it was a Junior's Frozen set, and kind of helping her put that together, although she was only interested in like the first 10 steps of it and putting the mini dolls together. But I finished it out, and I was really impressed with the detail and the fact that it had a lot of new pieces that I weren't familiar with from my childhood. And then I started looking into some of the Star Wars sets and some of the things that other people have built with them. And I think the thing that impresses me the most is that I can pretty much build whatever I want. Whatever the imagination stirs up, I can kind of lay it out in a three-dimensional object. And there's kind of a lot of fantasy that kind of plays into that, because you could build a squadron of spacecraft, and it doesn't have to be from a TV show, and it doesn't have to be from a cartoon. I mean, it can be your own thing. So I mean, I think that's what really played a role in it, and bringing me back to Lego is just the ability to create. I mean, I could have picked any medium, but I chose Lego.
I think it's very cool how your children's interest in Lego and your own interest in Lego is sort of ignited simultaneously. And I actually remember seeing some of those first videos on your channel, which was you and your daughter building sets together. That was really cool, and I really enjoyed those. I also like that you're saying something about creating and being able to create anything. And I've noticed that on your channel you've started doing MOCs, and I was wondering, what is the main inspiration for those MOCs?
Yeah, I have started doing some of my own MOCs of some spacecraft and speeders. I kind of enjoy doing that a little bit more than the Lego reviews. But as far as the inspiration and where I get my ideas from, granted there's nothing new underneath the sun, but we can take a lot of what we see from the outside world and incorporate it in. Say some of the fighter jets, or the current fighter jets, you can incorporate some of that. They're getting a lot sleeker, a lot smoother, a lot more, I want to say, organic looking. But I really don't like that too much. I like them a little bit more mechanical. Some of my inspiration comes from books like this. This is The Art of Rogue One, and I have quite a few of these The Art of books. But as you can see, they call this Jin's ship, or the hero ship, and it went through quite a few different revisions before they came up with the ship that they had. And I can take some of those ideas and mold them into some other shapes. Another great source is video games. This is an old video game that I played way back in the day. Another game is Star Citizen. I've been looking at a lot of the Star Citizen ships. Namely the Skiff. The Skiff is, or I think is actually maybe the Sith. No, I think it's pretty much the Skiff. And it actually has a battering ram on it, on one of the wings or the A foils or S foils for the guns. So that's pretty much where I get my inspiration from: books, movies, shows, and video games.
I really like how you're taking ideas from art books, from TV series, from existing sets, and expanding on those ideas to make it your own. That's a great way to be creative, I think. I've noticed that on your channel you do a lot of great editing. There's a lot of cuts and camera angles and effects, and I'm wondering if you have any advice for other LEGO YouTubers regarding editing.
Yeah, everybody talks about my editing, but nobody talks about my flawless acting skills. No, I would probably say my number one advice to new YouTubers, as far as the editing goes, is to find an editor, a simple editor, and stick with it. Try to make anywhere from 30 to 50 videos with it, and try out a new tool or a new feature on every video. What this will do is get you a little bit more comfortable with the tools and how they work. So that's my advice.
That's actually pretty great advice, I think. Finding a new video editor and trying to use the tools in that one might be a great way to sort of change your editing style. I might use that one myself. But, you know, it's Christmas soon. Christmas is coming up, and LEGO has a wonderful line of Christmas sets. Are you gonna get any of those Christmas sets, and why?
I do plan on getting a few holiday sets. I think Mr. and Mrs. Claus would look great on the mantle. That would look great on our tree, and I think it might build up my daughter's confidence a little bit more as far as putting sets together if we got the Friends Advent calendar. I think those will probably be the three main ones. And I'll have to think about these other two Advent calendars. But I know that the Friends Advent calendar, the ornament, and Mr. and Mrs. Claus for sure.
Those are some great sets. I already have the Star Wars Advent calendar ready to go on the 1st of December. Now, in the spirit of Christmas, we want to wish for something. And I want to ask you, if you could wish for anything to become a LEGO theme, what would you choose?
I feel what a good theme would probably be is a space exploration theme. Just for the simple fact that that's more directed towards our youth and our future, and is more grounded in realism. We could have models as far as, like, let's say the cosmonauts back in the 60s and their rockets, all the way up to SpaceX's BFR. We could also have models as far as some of the boosters, you know, models of the boosters, let's say on a 32 by 32 plate. That could be large enough to give it enough detail to maybe teach a little bit of something. The other thing that I really liked about some of the idea sets that covered some of the space stuff was the fact that it had a lot of information in the instruction manual about the people. We put together a set the other day that was Women of NASA, and it had a lot of information about what each lady did. And that drove my daughter's interest into, as far as knowing why they did it and what was driving them. I think it starts at a very young age, and I think that would probably be a great theme to shoot for.
That's actually a pretty great idea, I think. I personally enjoy space exploration and space exploration history myself, so I can see a lot of great sets come of that idea. But that's about all the time we have today. I would like to say thank you, chat, for participating. I wish you all the best for you and your channel in the future.
So Jacob, I just kind of want to thank you for the opportunity for having me on. This has been a lot of fun. I hope that we can do it again sometime, and I look forward to seeing what your channel has in store for us. So far it's been great. You've brought us great content, and I love your Friday streams, even though I'm at work when I'm watching them. But keep up the great work.
So that was Chad from Brick Pasta. I really enjoyed making this little interview because Chad is a great guy and he does do some great content over on his channel. He's also making an interview with me over there, so be sure to use the link in the description below to get over there and have a look. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and hope I'll see you guys next Monday.